I'm wearing a sports coat. There's one day before the 2025 NFL draft begins. Let's do one final Chicago Bears mock draft, and let's do it live.
Bend over to your right. What the was that? What's up, Bears fans? People want to hear me talk.
What is going on, Bears fans, and welcome to another episode of the Nicholas Moreano Show. I'm your host, Nicholas Moreano. Make sure to like, subscribe, leave a comment, and make sure to share this YouTube channel with a fellow Bears fan. We're doing this, guys. We're doing it live. It's official. I have a sports coat on. We are going to be as professional and legitimate as possible, making and constructing this final Chicago Bears mock draft a day ahead of the actual draft. So this should be a fun time. So everybody who's in here in the live chat, we're gonna collaborate here. This is the war room. You're wherever you're at. I'm at my place. Let's do this. Make one final Chicago Bears mock draft. Should be a fun exercise, but I'm really looking forward to seeing how everything unfolds. And for this mock, I wanted to kind of get away from PFF because I had used them before. And, every mock draft simulator that you do use, it's going to be, it's going to be different. But I didn't want to go to ESPN Analytics and use their simulator just in case anybody who hasn't used theirs. I like it. I like the format. I like how, I like also the players that were kind of being selected because it seems to be at this point, you guys, I don't know if you feel the same way. But I feel like just this morning, I was just going through a bunch of mocks, bunch of different places, bunch of different people. And man, I almost feel like the consensus top 6 are almost all the same. And I feel like this mock draft simulator is going to do very similar projections for those 6 players. And for me, like it's almost, is that too easy? Is everyone just kind of falling into this? This is how we think it's going to happen. This is what everyone else is thinking, but it's the NFL draft. Where's going to be that surprise, right? It feels like there's no way that this can be how it plays out. And we'll do the mock, we'll do the simulator, and we'll see if these 6 picks that come up here are what I've been seeing, but it's been some version of Cam Ward, Travis Hunter, Abdul Carter, Will Campbell. Then it gets interesting. Ashton Jeanty is obviously in there, number 6, but then you have 5, Mason Graham. Those have been like the 6th right then and there. And I've been seeing that too consistently. So it's making me like doubt that that's going to be how it plays out. Or is everyone just on top of everything? There aren't as many blue chip prospects. And that's exactly how it lays out come Thursday night. I don't know. So let's just see. Let's just do this. And it should be fun. But like I said, you guys are in here. We're not, so we will, if there's time, we will do a version of this where we do trade back. But for this one, let's just kind of stick and pick. Because, I mean, that's definitely on the table for the Bears, especially if I had an article on Bear Goggles On come out about, Ryan Posey and Cunningham's comments and what to really make of it. They're not going to reveal anything that's going to be detrimental to the organization. So it was kind of, if you're taking it for surface level, it sounds like maybe the Bears would be open to moving back. They also have a pool of players that they like at number 10. So however you kind of view Ryan Poles' words from Tuesday's press conferences, but for this version of it, and like I said, if we have time, we will definitely do one where we trade back and see all hell break loose, which I'm all for. Let's do it. Why not? We won't get a chance to really do this after Thursday night. I guess you can simulate the next, couple of rounds up to 7 after the first one, but let's do it, man. Let's freaking do this. I'm going to share my screen here. I got my Protein 2.0 to fuel me for this draft because I feel like I'm going to lose my voice at some point. So here we go. We're going to, if you like ASMR, maybe that's good for you with the opening of the Protein 2.0 there. But we're doing this. Let's share the screen and get things going. And let me know too. I can always make this a little bit bigger, but honestly, this is already zoomed up to like 150 on my end. So if I zoom it up anymore, I can't even see this damn thing. But it's better for you. I can see it on your end. Bigger. Okay, no, that has nothing to do with the screen size. Sorry. But if it looks good, we're gonna go ahead and do this. Have the Bears selected, of course. Not gonna pick every one of these teams because be here all day. Or not really. We're just gonna do it on the normal speed too. I don't think it needs to be any quicker, any faster than that. It goes by pretty quickly, to be completely honest. But let's freaking do this, you guys. And you know what? If there comes to a circumstance, a situation where there are players there that I've already taken recent mocks, I might push you guys to want to go in a different direction. But let's see. You guys are, hey, we're all in the war room together. I will have final say, but let's freaking do it. Let's load up the drafts. Exciting stuff, you guys. It's happening. All right. Obviously, no one's been selected yet because I have to click start. Let's go. Okay. Yep. Okay. We have a little bit of a shakeup there. All right. I'm going to close this out so we can kind of recap for especially the audio listeners and anybody doing this live. Number 1, Cam Ward to the Titans. Obviously. Abdul Carter to the Cleveland Browns. Travis Hunter to the Giants. Mason Graham to the Patriots. Armand Membu to the Jaguars. Damn it, Raiders. Oh, wait. You took Will Campbell at 6. Jalen Walker to the Jets. Panthers take McMillan. Oh, wow. Okay. Number 9, the Saints said, let's go get Calvin Banks Jr. Dude, wow. I didn't think this. Okay, what I love about doing this live, like I ran this about 10 different times. This scenario never came up. This scenario never came up where you can get Ashton Jeanty at 10, Tyler Warren, Michael Williams. I mean, there's so many good players here that I like, that I think, okay, I mean, I'm seeing the consensus in the chat here. All right. Wow, that made it really easy, you guys. I thought this was going to be a lot harder. Usually Genty's gone. Will Campbell's gone. Tyler Warren was even gone, so that's where it would have gotten interesting. New Orleans, God bless your souls for taking Kelvin Banks. I'll be honest, I don't mind Kelvin Banks. If that's the pick at 10, it kind of seems like there's some steam coming up there. But that's not going to be for us, for the Chicago Bears. We just got a blue chip prospect, one of these 5 or 6 fall to us. And I'm sorry, I'm going to have to go majority rule. So I'm just going based off of how many people are commenting. I like the idea you guys are doing just the last name of the player. You don't have to put anything else. You don't have to put a bunch, but I am seeing a little bit of what I think I saw Mike Green from Mike going for Mike Green. Okay. Genty will riot. Genty all day. Warren from Illinois Jones. Genty, as much as I would love Warren, I'll put this from Eric O'Chan, as much as I would love Warren and the go running back and go running back in the second round, Genty is a no-brainer. I'm not going to look. I've said it before. If Genty was there for the Bears at 10, I do believe they would take him. So let's go ahead. We feel awesome after day 1 of the draft. Ashton Jeanty is now officially a Chicago Bear. Let's draft a player, build it up, and go into, our 2 picks in round 2 there with 39 and 41. And, before I make those selections, we're definitely going to recap how this all falls here as we're doing it live. So, just kind of looking, I love to see what the NFC North does as well. Just kind of keep tabs on that. Time out before we see what's best available. Let's go back after that Genty pick, you guys, and see who ended up going where. Will Johnson, the 49ers. Tyler Warren ends up all the way to the number 12 to the Cowboys. Jahdy Barron, Dolphins. Shedeur Sanders, Indianapolis. Interesting. To be completely, I don't think, Anthony Richardson is going to pan out. I don't think that's a crazy take, but Colston Loveland to the Falcons. I mean, aren't they going to have like flashbacks of Kyle Pitts a little bit with the receiving tight end? I don't know, but hey, this is how it's going in ESPN here. Mike Green. I know Mike wanted Mike Green. He ends up going to the Seattle Seahawks there. Jackson Dart, 21 to the Pittsburgh Steelers. I ran that right before I went on. Jackson Dart also went to the Steelers there. That is going to be an interesting team. If they're one, they haven't been, I don't think, rumored to actually move up, but they want a quarterback. If they finally want to get out of quarterback hell, which they've been in, maybe that's who they view as an option there. Oh, okay, Green Bay. Marion Hampton. When you have Josh Jacobs. Okay, this is what happens when you do some mock draft simulators. Maybe things are not quite adding up. Derek Harmon, 25 to the Houston Texans. I love Derek Harmon. Michael Williams, a guy that's been, I think, mocked upwhere in the top 10, ends up to 29 to the Washington Commanders. The Bears will face the Commanders in Washington. The Lions get Trey Amos, the cornerback. Gray Zabel. Philadelphia Eagles get Gray Zabel. Of course they would. Just build up the trenches, right? Shamar Stewart, guy that I'm very, up and down on. 33 of the Browns. Just bolster that defensive line. Why not? Tyreek Williams, Kenneth Grant. That would have been nice to have him at 39 here. James Pierce, I also would have considered him at 39. But let's get into this. Let's see who we can select here and see who's best available in this draft. So, we'll see this really quickly, just the best available according to ESPN, and then we might go by position just to kind of see. You do have Travion Henderson. Obviously, we won't be taking him because we have Ashton Jeanty, Jaden Higgins, the wide receiver from Iowa State. Not taking a quarterback here. That was the one thing that Ian Cunningham made sure of. There will not be a quarterback selected in this draft. So we'll see. Let me know, you guys, as we're kind of scrolling down, looking at some of these players. You have TJ Sanders, the defensive tackle out of South Carolina, Jordan Birch from Oregon, Benjamin Morrison, the cornerback, Trey Harris, another wide receiver. I like Darius Alexander, the guy that is a little bit older of a prospect out of Toledo. Mason Taylor's been getting a lot of buzz too. If you're looking to find another playmaking tight end, he's kind of the guy that comes after Loveland and Warren, but he's also available for us here. Okay. I mean, maybe this was, you have Travion Henderson, Quinshon Junkins, still running backs available, but we took Jeanty there, so we can't really do that. Omar Norman Lott. Sorry, I don't know why I can't pronounce this right now. But I want to see, Eric Beauchamp, who are the offensive tackles available? Let's go and look at that really quickly. Trying to make this keep on talking for the audio listeners who obviously are not looking at this live like you guys. So going to be a lot of talking here, but you have Ursary from Minnesota. I do like him. I've taken him in mocks that I haven't really published yet, but I do like what he can potentially be for the Bears and how he can fit. And then I honestly think if you're, I haven't Ozzy Trapillo. I haven't done too much homework on him, to be completely honest, but I'm leaning towards your offensive tackle out of Minnesota there. But let's keep on looking here. Edge would be another one, and also interior defensive lineman. You have Donovan from Boston College, Jordan Birch, who I know people are kind of mixed on here. Oladejo, UCLA. Got to see him at the Senior Bowl. Nick Scorton. He could be an option as well. Oh, I love JTT too. They have him 79 here. He's definitely in that second round. I would think he's going to be picked in the second round. But where are we feeling, you guys? I'm seeing a little bit. We have the DE from Boston College. We've seen the offensive tackle from Minnesota. I see Darius Alexander in the chat. Mason Taylor. So we're a little bit everywhere, huh? We're a little everywhere. So I'm okay. CZ, putting your comment up on screen. I'm going DT or edge here. Only O lineman I consider here is Ursary. Where do we go? It would be nice to have a left tackle competition. JT. All right. I think what we could do, it's kind of looking like we want to go the offensive tackle here. Is that consensus? I mean, not maybe consensus, but majority, I should say. If we're going to do that, I'm going to select right here, and we're going to call it a day and move on to pick 41. Illinois Jones. JTT is a solid player, and that might be my pick for number 2 here, if this is what we're going with. But actually, and here's how it looks. Again, their top board of the players available in terms of just no positions, just players available. Jordan Birch is a savage. You are a Chicago Bear. All right, I think, guys, for the sake of not getting too caught up on just these 2 picks, and obviously maybe we put more focus here because these are obviously picks in the top 50 here. But I think I know where I want to go, and I think there's still going to be value in people that we can select that edge, or we got a D tackle too, and we got to also consider 72. Man, it would be nice to get a guy like Alfred Collins at 72 if he's available. See, this is where I know I took Ty Robinson in a mock draft for PFF, like I think it was like 5th or 7th round. He's not going to be there. Like, this is definitely more where you see him. But I think we know what we're doing, so let's not even take too much time. We're going to go here. I already have him selected, and we're going to draft a player. And draft a player, see who gets picked in the next, 2 picks, and bam, we're back. We're back on the board. Who got picked? Okay, they took the edge rusher, Boston College, for the Saints. Saints are just doing some weird stuff in this draft. All right, now I think, to me, it goes edge rusher. And what I definitely agreed with just listening to Daniel Jeremiah on how he did, or what he did with his media call for this upcoming draft. Edge rusher seemed like a good spot in the 2nd round to address. And I agree with that. So I think that's how we're going to view this too. And maybe, we're drafting a little bit too much for need, but I do think there's value there. So here's what I'm going to do. If anybody can put up a good argument for any one of these guys, I'm all ears. But I know who I like right now. I am leaning towards JTT. I just think that he does everything really well. His ability to also just one time when he doesn't win on the rush, like, there is that tendency for him to just knock down passes. Like, he was really consistent with that, or he timed it up pretty nicely. So, but if someone like Nick Gordon, I completely get it. Oladejo from UCLA, but here's what my love. I'm also thinking, like, with Seth right here. JT has the size and length they want, and the floor is the highest of anyone on the board. I like it's not. I don't want to say. I feel like there's a negative connotation when you say safe pick, right? Like, for some reason, oh, he's a safe pick. It's not, this high upside player. It's not that. It's just he feels like he's going to be a good player, regardless of maybe where he goes or what ends up happening. He just feels like a good player who could provide an impact for this defensive line that's still looking for other edge rushers. Oh, okay, Jose, I see you. I see you there. I haven't made a decision yet. You have Scorton, exclamation. I mean, JTT is so underrated. People say he's primarily a run defender, but he had 15 sacks and 14 quarterback hits last season. So riddle me that. I mean, it's hard to argue with that, right? It really is. Seth coming back in here. 8 sacks a year and great against the run. Good value. Eric Bochan, now Scorton. He's only 20 and has put up great production. A&M had him play at 280 when he was explosive at 260 at Purdue. Oh, I love this. We're going back and forth. Too bad I should have had like a timer on here. So oh man, that would have been a good idea. Damn it. I messed up there. If we had a timer up here or something, that would have been fun to kind of do. JTT, 3 exclamations. All right, Illinois Jones. Not that it was your final comment in the 3 exclamations, but I can't please everybody. And ultimately, being the GM here of this draft, I have to take over here and just kind of put my stamp on a player. JTT will be a Chicago Bear and round out day 2 of the NFL draft. Edge number 79 in ESPN. But that's all right. So we're going to draft JTT. We're going to let this run really quickly. And actually, maybe we'll pause the draft. Actually, once it kind of goes through, we can recap to see who got selected from that point all the way to when the Bears select at number 72 in the 3rd round. CZ ESPN's rankings are whack. I feel like everybody's rankings are a little out there, but here's what I'm going to do. I'm going to stop sharing real quick. We're going to come back here, full screen. Hello, everybody. And we're going to do a quick ad break before we get to, the second half of the show. And also, we got to finish this draft here. And actually, this would be a bad time. If it was time, that would not work well for me, but it's not. So let's go ahead really quickly, you guys, because I have to tell everybody about Windy City Sports Cards. They specialize in buying and selling all things related to Chicago sports. Whether you're a diehard fan of the Bears, Bulls, Cubs, White Sox, or the Blackhawks, they've got you covered with an extensive selection of sports memorabilia and collectibles, in addition to the Chicago-focused items, everybody. They also offer a vast collection of sports trading cards and memorabilia from your favorite teams and players. Visit their online store to find exactly what you're looking for to complete your collection or to discover a new favorite. You can check them out at 312-WindyCitySports.com. That's 312-WindyCitySports.com. And of course, I have to tell everybody now, and actually I got Illinois Jones, I appreciate your comment, but I have to get this off screen at some point. Let's make sure I do hide the current comment, because I have to tell everybody now about my friends at Napleton Cadillac of Libertyville. It's a one-stop shop for all your needs. And what I mean by that, everybody, is the sales, service, parts, and body shop is all available at Napleton Cadillac of Libertyville, located at 1050 South Milwaukee Avenue in Libertyville, Illinois. The team prides themselves in its service, winning Dealership of the Year twice. So check out their website at NapletonCadillacLibertyville.com to see all their new and pre-owned vehicles, including the new all-EV Cadillac Lyriq. Also, guys, subscribe to their YouTube channel so you can check out, the EV Cadillac Lyriq and all their other vehicles, which you can find in the description below. And Napleton Cadillac of Libertyville, everybody, your one-stop shop for all your needs. And also, too, this is a good time because I'm going to definitely be drinking this throughout the show. Protein 2.0, 20 grams of protein, 350 milligrams of electrolytes, only 90 calories. Tastes delicious. I have the, strawberry watermelon? Phenomenal flavor. The orange mango, super good, too. There's a lime one out there as well. You can pick it up at Amazon. So everyone's on Amazon, but you can also go to Target and also pick these up on the shelves there. So if you're really looking for, just a new protein drink, and what I do like about these, you're not someone that's a fan of the thicker protein shakes. It's like a sports drink. It's like a Gatorade almost, but it's protein 2.0. Don't get it confused here. 20 grams of protein, 350 milligrams of your electrolytes. Can't beat that. All right, what we also can't beat is this draft that we have so far for the Chicago Bears. We are addressing needs. We're getting players in, I think, prime positions. Well, I guess it depends how you view the running back spot, right? Premium position, non-premium position. I think the Bears, like I said, if they have Ashton Jeanty there at 10, they're taking. All right, let's share the screen. Uno mas time. And bam, let's get back into it. And also let's recap what has gone on since pick 41 here. Okay. So we're all caught up. I'm missing some of the chat here, but okay. We have Jalen Milroe. Okay, goes to the Jets. Interesting. Okay, Jalen Knoll, 49ers. Not going to go through every single one. Mason. Wait. Timeout. We just got to go up here. Mason Taylor, Falcons. Didn't they just take that? Okay, so that makes no sense. The Falcons also took Colston Loveland, and then they're going to take Mason Taylor. And they have Kyle Pitts. All right, maybe we should just start over. I'm kidding. But that's not happening. Okay, let's see. Darius Alexander goes all the way to 52 to the Seahawks. Nick Scordon, who we were talking about. Green Bay Packers take Nick Scordon. Okay. He won't work out there. We all know. Damn. Wait, no. What are we doing? What are we doing, ESPN? Caleb Johnson? Lions? All right. Maybe we do just need to start this over. Like we're drafting players to teams that clearly have guys already. And you're not doing that. Whatever. Alfred Collins. Damn you, Eagles. Take him at what, 64? Okay, yeah. The Illinois Jones, the Falcons signed Cousins, then drafted Penix. I wouldn't put it past them. Yeah, there's some crazy things going on in Atlanta for sure. Okay. Let's check the board. Let's see what we got available. Obviously, we still have plenty of need. Jordan Birch, I know people are talking, and we have Ozzy Trapillo, who was, somebody that we were just talking about. Both these guys at 39 and 41 still available, but we did already draft an offensive tackle. We do have an edge, and we do have a running back in Ashton Jeanty. Let me ask you guys right here, and obviously we'll kind of go through some players available. You have Jack Beck, wide receiver out of TCU. Is wide receiver something that you would look to potentially select here? There you go. Illinois Jones, right on cue. You put in the comments wide receiver or DB. Interesting. Joshua Farmer, defensive tackle out of Florida State. You have Jalen Royals from Utah State, wide receiver. Ooh, Xavier Watts is interesting too. Safety, if you're looking about the future of that position, given the uncertainty long-term of Kevin Byard or Jaquan Brisker. So that's always an interesting option. We have Jared Wilson, center guard. I don't think we're going to do that. Ty Robinson's still on the board. Terrence Ferguson out of Oregon from the tight end. Interesting option there as well. Shamar Turner, also Texas. I mean, they had a bunch of guys from Texas A&M. He's a deep tackle there. So we definitely Princely Umami Yellen. Ole Miss. Watts would be a good pick. I agree. Like Eric Bochan with CJ West. Let's see here. Let's go to our positions. Ty Robinson, Shamar Turner, JJ Puigs, Jordan Phillips, Deion Walker, Vernon Broughton. Oh man, Vernon Broughton I like too, but maybe a little bit later, like pick round 5. CJ West is there, and now ESPN has him ranked 149. So maybe for the sake of this exercise, you probably could get a guy like that a little bit later. But it is the safety Watts from Notre Dame is definitely intriguing to me right now. I do want to go back to the all board here. And actually, too, this is on a separate laptop that I have here. PFF does a top 100 big board according to each team's basically their needs based off of the coaching, the styles that they play, things like that. So it is an interesting source to kind of use to see how you can kind of look at these players in according to the team that the Bears currently have and the coaches that they're under. So when you're looking at a top 100 big board, obviously those players are going to change from a consensus big board. But like I'm seeing Jalen Royals is number 56, the wide receiver out of Utah State, right? And now he is ranked here 64. So it's actually pretty similar to what that value is. So it's not actually too far off. Man, oh my gosh. I saw a mock draft. You guys, I think it was CBS Sports, and I think it was like what I would do. So the author's obviously his take on things. I've never seen, honestly, I'm sorry to be harsh with this, but a worse number 10 overall pick for the Chicago Bears. It was Jack Beck from TCU. His reasoning, you're helping out Caleb Williams. You want to give him more weapons, but what? I thought it was I thought this was just people trolling. Like, look what this so-and-so did. Like they edited. I don't know, but it was Jack Beck, which is crazy. But getting back on track here. I mean, he is, next best available here, especially at 72. So I haven't seen too many people kind of put in their input here, but I do have a CJ West. I have Watts. Actually, I have Watts here from two people, from Illinois Jones and Brock. Better than Purdy, please. I have Watts or CJ. So actually, we're 1-1. 1-1 there. So I can't even go to, actually, well, I have the final say, right? So I guess we could come to a conclusion here. But for me, and I do like Ty Robinson too. I do like Ty Robinson. And honestly, like, I'm trying to get away from players that I've already selected in recent mock drafts. So that's why I'm kind of hesitating here and not wanting to make a clear decision right here, right now. But it's looking like, as I'm kind of looking and scrolling through some of these players, RJ Harvey's a good running back too. If we didn't take Ashton Jeanty and we're still looking for a running back at this point. Yeah, I think we're gonna go up to Xavier Watson. Just call it a day. Oh, Andrew Makuba. He's, I mean, I get it. Like 1 year of production at safety, smaller prospect. I think he's just going to be a good football player. Mark it right here. My draft crush, one of my draft crushes, Andrew Makuba. So we will not be taking him here because we are going to go ahead and take another safety instead with Xavier Watts out of Notre Dame. And now, I mean, we're addressing some major needs with this mock draft. Obviously, with Ashton Jeanty, we have Ursary from Minnesota. You have JTT from Ohio State. Now we're going to take Xavier Watts here. So let's go ahead and do that, and we'll get to the 5th round. And while we do, Cornelius Pryor with a $1.99 super chat. I was at the Bears Buccaneers game in 2020. Was that the one where Khalil Mack flipped? I should know this, Iowa guy. Why am I blanking on him? The offensive tackle. Completely just blanking on his name. But is that game, Cornelius? Was that the Nick Foles beats Tom Brady game? Yep. All right. Yeah. No, that was a surprise, wasn't it? What the hell is his name? Somebody Wirfs. Thank you, Eric. Tristan Wirfs, Iowa guy. Like, I should know this, but for whatever reason, just escaped me. Remember, so he's a good example of where there's just too much talk going on in the draft, where a lot of people with Tristan Wirfs were saying probably better suited to move into guard. Have we seen him in the NFL at tackle? Like, he's been phenomenal for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. So maybe that's a similar discussion to Will Campbell. Look, what's been happening. I think it's kind of simmered down a little bit though, but just sometimes you see a good player when you see one, and the production will show too. And we don't have to overthink things. We didn't overthink pick 10 with Ashton Jeanty. We didn't overthink. We just took a good football player. That's all we did. We have some ground to make up here from 72. Wyatt Millum from West Virginia going to the Bengals at 119. I think that's also a guy too that's just being overlooked. I remember watching him at the Senior Bowl, being really impressed with what he was doing. I remember there was some first round hype, and then kind of that toned down a little bit, and now we're again this mock draft at 119. So I don't know about that. To the bank, okay, the Falcons didn't take another tight end. Thank goodness. Looking over there at 118, the Falcons, and seeing if tight end is there. Is not. Shamar Turner, 115 to the Cardinals. We have Cam Skattebo for 111 to the Panthers. Jaden Blue, another running back, 109 to the Bills. Okay. Kyle Williams, wide receiver, going to the Cleveland Browns at 104. Tate Ratledge. He's just out of Georgia, the guy that has a unique look, right, with the mullet and just the mustache, and I think he's going to also be a good player that should be able to fill in at guard, I think, pretty soon in the NFL. I like what he can do. Before the Bears were, going out and trading for guards and signing, their center, I was definitely looking at a lot more interior offensive linemen. Doesn't mean that they don't need to still do that. They still can, but obviously we're not there at this point. Okay, let's get into number 148 here. Damn, we're almost done with this draft. I mean, 35 minutes in. I think we can do one where we trade back. We'll have to see if any teams trade with us or maybe we make a trade. I don't know. Usually it'll come up on the screen there. But let's continue our draft here. I mean, what do we even actually? Let's quickly look. I can't see my picks. Your next pick, round 5, team picks, whatever. All right, let's just continue to draft then. Logan Brown was an offensive tackle I took in my last draft. Let's see who we got. Damian Martinez, Miami running back. We're not taking another running back. Don't think we are. Tez Johnson. Anybody? Does Tez Johnson do anything for anybody here? CZ in the chat. Jeanty was just interviewed in Green Bay and he said there's not much to do here and looks directly at the Chicago media. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Is actually anybody in this chat that actually likes going to Green Bay? I mean, for the game, it's awesome. It is an amazing atmosphere to go to Green Bay to watch a football game. Love it. I mean, it's awesome. It would not. I would definitely highly recommend that to anybody. But other than that, no, not my thing. All right, Illinois Jones already in here. Broughton. I mean, I saw him as one of the people available. No doubt. Thinking about him. Ty Hamilton, also another D tackle out of Ohio State. Dorian Strong, the cornerback out of Virginia Tech. Let's see. We'll keep Jackson Hayes, tight end, Georgia Tech. We have not selected a tight end yet. Do you think we want to go? Oh, wait. Hey, everyone was talking about CJ West earlier. So I think I know where this pick's gonna go, especially considering he's still available in ESPN's mock draft simulator. So we're just going to click on CJ West, but let's keep on going down here just to kind of see what else we can potentially do here before we get into the 7th round. And, we're picking players that are, outside looking in to make a roster, but still we can find value, especially if we're getting guys like CJ West all the way down here. But I think just Mitchell Evans, another tight end, Notre Dame. Woody Marks. I was looking a little bit into him just when I was going through scenarios for finding running backs that I didn't get in round 1, 2, or 3. He's definitely someone that came up for me as I was going and looking at running backs deeper down the list. Arian Smith is also someone that I've done homework on as a late round receiver. It also fit into the mix of the guys that the Bears are kind of bringing in. Those speedsters, stretch the field vertically. When you think of Devin Duvernay, Olamide Zaccheaus, guys like that. So he kind of just fits that mold that maybe they're looking for other third wide receiver. You also have Tyler Scott there as well. But yeah, let's not. I don't even have to go too far because, we do have time to do another version of this. Hopefully, we can do one with trades too. So we have CJ West here. We're taking him. Steal. Bam. We are just building up the trenches and doing it with some quality players, especially in this mock. So CJ West, you are a Chicago Bear in round 5, pick 148. Boom. All right, that was easy. Super easy. Man, we are killing this draft, you guys. Like, you're not going to find... Does this give you a draft grade afterwards? I don't remember, to be completely honest, but if it does, how can we not get an A? Let's keep it going here. Vernon Broughton goes not too long after, I pass up on him. Makes sense there. Well, we have 2 more picks, 230, and it starts next round 7, 233. So we have some time here. Oh, Willie Lampkin, let's go. Small center, North Carolina. He was a beast at the Senior Bowl. Like, seeing somebody that small, he's not small. I mean, small, right? Like, no. In terms of being a center in the NFL, yes, smaller than the definitely ideal size there, no doubt about it. But let's, I guess we can go back a little bit here, even just to see, maybe some of the more recent picks, so we have a better understanding of what we're dealing with as we're entering pick 233 here. We have where I just saw the lines here. Tyler Beatty, edge. Okay, Jackson Slater, center guard, Steelers. I've definitely taken him into mock draft before. Okay, let's see. 233. What do we want to do here? We haven't gotten a wide receiver yet. Obviously, you can maybe get another corner if you want to go that direction. Linebacker as well, you guys, as we're thinking about other ways. So Cody Lindenberg was somebody that I literally just took, and I know I might have the picture on my phone here of the mock that I did using this simulator just to make sure. I want to see if I did take him. Yep, sure did. Okay, maybe we might go this direction for the last 2 picks here, but I was thinking, Armstrong, the wide receiver from Arkansas, still available. Eric Bochen says in the chat. I'll put it on screen. So I know I took him too, and I think it was my last mock draft that I did. But let's see. Let's go to by position real quick. Let's see what wide receivers we still got here. If any are really Pat Bryant from Illinois, local playing in Illinois. Anybody? Can I sell you on a Pat Bryant? Ja'Cory Brooks from Louisville, Caden Prather, Maryland, Nick Nash, San Jose State. Let's go, Nick Nash. Ricky White III. No, who am I thinking of? Roddy White? Who we were looking for, the kid out of Arkansas, Blake Armstrong. I don't believe he is there anymore. Got picked up. Sorry, Eric Bochin. You have Illinois Jones in here. Connors, the tight end. Let's go look at the tight ends too. We haven't taken a tight end. I sell you on a Luke Lackey. Oh, there he is. There's Luke. We haven't taken a tight end, last tight end that Ben Johnson took when he was a part of an organization also came out of Iowa. Turned out pretty good in Sam Laporta, but that's not Luke Lackey. Anybody? No? We want there's only 1, 2, 3, 4 tight ends that we can select. Eric Bochan says Pat Bryant would be my pick. Okay. I do like the idea of adding another tight end to this team. He did sign Durham Smythe, who I think people completely forget about from Miami, but more of a blocking tight end. And so let's go to the big board. Best players available here. So I'm seeing Connors, tight end, Pat Bryant. I would maybe argue too for Cody Lindenberg. Luke Lackey is there as well. So I think how I'm gonna view these last 2 picks, whether the linebackers are available. Okay, let's do that. CZ. Let's look at the linebackers really quickly and check it out here. We have Cody Lindenberg, linebacker Jalen McLeod, Auburn linebacker. Jay Higgins also out of Iowa. Honestly, you guys, nobody we need to have this prospect, but hey, Squeegee. Luke is the weakest tight end prospect I've seen come out of Iowa for a minute. When you have so many great ones, it's hard to be consistently hit home runs with your tight end prospects. But I think I like the Pat Bryant. For whatever reason, I like selecting a wide receiver late here. It is becoming a crowded room. I would say a crowded room for the Bears when it comes to just the number of people. But when you're actually looking at the talent, obviously you have DJ and Rome. Then there is this room to want to find somebody else that's going to emerge. And maybe the Bears do end up seeing value in wide receiver, earlier on than the 7th round here. But yeah, I think why not add another playmaker, see what ends up happening. Obviously they need to have special teams value as well. So we'll go Pat Bryant here, round 7 pick 233. All right. We're here. This is it. This is the finale. Okay, thank you, CZ, for putting this. I was going to go to the beast really quickly here, but when we're looking at the linebacker room, CZ in the comments, yeah, I guess it's Lindenberg, but Dane Brugler has Kane Medrano as his linebacker 10 on the beast. Should we go and just take linebacker 10 if maybe already got picked up? Well, ESPN has him ranked a little bit differently on here. I do want to quickly just kind of see the measurables of Kane and kind of see what he's looking at. And I'm looking at my screen right here, which you guys can't see. You're looking at still this screen, but 6'3", 222 pounds, 24 years old, out of Colorado, February 16th is his birthday. You have jersey number 20, 40-yard dash, and 4.46. He's moving for a linebacker. Play speed and time speed both pop for Kane from UCLA, able to shift gears on command. You know what? I think this is actually going to be the pick. Here's why, you guys. It was Herb Howard that got a chance to speak with Dennis Allen, obviously the Bears defensive coordinator. And I wasn't there for this. He kind of just relayed the information to me, but he asked like, why a guy like Jack Sanborn isn't still on this team? Like, was this a guy that, you guys didn't want? How did you kind of view him? And it wasn't like taking shots at Jack Sanborn, because that's definitely what it wasn't. But it was more so we just need to get more speed at the linebacker position. Okay. So just reading his makeup, his profile, seeing the 42. And again, you play faster too if you can recognize, diagnose plays, things like that. But you're going to want speed at that position. Also going to need a guy that he has to fill out on special teams. And, even if he has to fight to make the roster, of course, in the first place. But that makes sense here. And like I would have maybe argued for the tight end here as well. But I think we're going to go Kane. We're going to go Kane and call it a draft. Picked, 240, ranked 293 in ESPN, and bam, just call it. So let's do that. Draft our player and get to see obviously I'll finish off here, but then we get to see, I don't know. Again, I don't remember if this does give you a grade or not, or if it just shows you all your picks and you kind of go from there. But here it is, everybody. Congratulations, because you were obviously a huge part of this, making this happen. I'll zoom up a little bit more. But round 1, pick 10, Ashton Jeanty. Chance available at pick, 13%. Chance available at next pick, greater than 5. Or less than 5, sorry. Looking at the wrong way. Round 2, pick 10, Ariante Ursary, right? I hope I'm pronouncing that. Chance available at pick, 80%. Chance available at next pick, 73%. And you have round 2, pick 41. Man, I had the pronunciation for his name, but JTT, Ohio State, with pick 41, the edge rusher. Then round 3, pick 72, we have Xavier Watts, safety out of Notre Dame. Round 5, pick 148, you have CJ West, the defensive tackle out of Indiana. And round 7, pick 233, Pat Bryant, wide receiver out of Illinois. And your final pick in this final Bears mock draft, Kane Medrano, linebacker out of UCLA. There we go. We did it. Let's quickly, maybe go over a little bit, an hour here. Who cares? Let's start over here. I would love this draft. Picks 1 through 4, all studs. CZ, you were a part of this. Hell yeah. I think we did. I mean, for what was available in this mock, I think it would appease a lot of Bears fans. If we're looking at these 4 picks, I'm sure, obviously we can argue and squibble here and there for other players, but it seems like a pretty damn good draft to me. Actually, I would love to save this draft. I'm not going to do all of that. I'm just going to take a picture here for myself so I know exactly what this is, and maybe I'll write about it and I'll mention you guys as well, because you guys are awesome. So let me look at that. We're doing this live, and boom, I could have just shared it with myself, but whatever. Okay, let's start over really quick. Let's see how quickly we can. Oh, let's do speed fast. 7. Let's do it all over again. Eric Chen, if the first 5 picks go this way, it would be an absolute home run. That's what the Bears need, a home run draft to, just continue this hype train for the offseason going into 2025 regular season. Light speed. I'm tempted to click light speed, but I'm not. All right, let's load this draft. Let's see if I do want to see if we can find a trade back or do something. I actually haven't done that on this mock draft simulator. Boom, boom, boom. Okay. All right. Well, this version of this zoom in for you guys so you guys can actually see who the heck we have available here. Tyler Warren, Michael Williams, Colston Loveland, Jahadi Barron, Will Johnson, Omarion Hampton, McMillan, James Pierce, Calvin Banks. Cool. Do we have any make a trade? We don't have anybody that wants to come up and, just offer us something. Dan, is it hype train until they actually play a regular season game? No doubt. Sure. Illinois Jones trade up for Carter. Yeah, I just don't think the Bears. If any, so if of the scenarios that are in the possibility of happening, trading back just seems like something that would have to restart. Illinois Jones not doing that, but who would be likely? Let's see. Actually, for the players available, what would people want? Does anybody? You know what? Let's try to see if the Indianapolis Colts want to come up to get Tyler Warren. I think that was in Brad Biggs' mock draft. So let's see if we can make that happen. Where are you? So you want 10, we want 14. Calm down, Indy. Calm down. Will you give us the Colts won't accept this trade? You know what? I'm not a fan of 80 and 117, 14 for 10. Hey, if they're willing to do it, I feel like we can find value in this. This would also put us in the third round. We have 72, so we can pick up another third, a fourth as well. Squeegee, Seattle has a bunch of picks and needs offensive tackle and tight end. Okay. That might be in consideration here. 14, 80, and 117 for the Colts. But let's keep going. I like the idea of Seattle here. They have a crap ton of picks. Will you give us 50? Well, 18. You will. But we are moving back all the way to Seattle's pick, which was pretty far back. Can you also give us 92? Shoot. Will you give Seahawks won't accept it? Okay. It's not realistically going to get that trade value for 10 in this draft. Are you saying that, Paul, for the Seattle pick or the last one for the Indianapolis Colts? I just saw your comment, by the way. But I don't know, man. You're still moving back and you're still getting in the top 10. So you may get a bigger haul than what you would think. Man, they have a crap ton of picks in 2025. But to be completely honest, I would like to kind of stay within, the Colts are 14. So I'm kind of feeling we're just going to go that route and call it a day because we could be here literally all day doing all of this. We did 80 and 117. Let's see how it all. Oh, I meant for Indy. I just think that because the drop off after the first 5 to 6 prospects is going to be cheap to move up in our range this year. Paul, that may be the case, man. But there's also, does it help that there's also value in the second and third round? I don't know. Depending on what they need, if Indy considered Tyler Warren as a blue chip prospect and they had an opportunity to get him in top 10, then maybe there is just a little bit more that you can ask for at that point. So let's just, for the sake of this exercise, just do this 14, 80, 117. They get pick 10. We'll get pick 14. We'll make the trade. And the Colts accept your trade. Boom. All right. Well, I tried to give him Tyler Warren. We could still get Tyler Warren here. Michael Williams, Colston Loveland. Who the hell did they pick? Matthew Golden? Oof. Okay. All right. Let's. Ooh. Okay. Now this is interesting. All right. We're at pick 14, you guys. I need everybody. Let's get in on this here. We have, for availability, Tyler Warren is available. Michael Williams, the edge rusher out of Georgia. Colston Loveland out of Michigan. You also have Omarion Hampton, North Carolina. James Pierce Jr. out of Tennessee. Shamar Stewart, Texas A&M. Mike Green out of Marshall. Where's Mike in the chat where we need him? He was vouching for Mike Green last time. Derek Harmon, defensive tackle out of Oregon. Walter Nolan. I see Walter Nolan. I see Warren. Oh man, this can get spicy here in this. Josh Simmons is also. Guys, there are some people that think he's the best offensive tackle, and he's there. I don't know. It's Josh Connerly. I mean, maybe more of a second round. Kenneth Grant is also here. Maybe too early to get him. But to me, if nobody else going to chime in here, who you taking out of these next picks here? Gotta go Warren. That's what I'm thinking. Right? We're going Tyler Warren. We get him, at pick 14. And, we're going to call it a day. You give Caleb Williams a playmaker. You give Ben Johnson another pass catching, run blocking weapon in his offense to utilize. So we'll go Tyler Warren and boom. Let's see how the rest of this draft shapes up. We're going to go a little bit quicker here too, because I do want to potentially get in. Oh yeah, that's right. Fast speed. All right. Obviously, we have not addressed the running back spot here. We're at 39 again. You have Travion Henderson. You have, I'm sorry, Petey. I saw you said Michael. We made the pick. I apologize. Warren is a weapon. He definitely is. Henderson. This is going quickly. So Kenneth Grant is also here. So I think ideally we get Travion Henderson, and then a pick later after the Saints, we get Kenneth Grant. If you disagree, we can talk about it, but that definitely seems like a good possibility right here. Grant, Petey, you're saying Grant, but Kenneth Grant is a pick. Henderson's a pick. We have debate. Do we think the Saints? Should we go see what the Saints did just to make sure that we're not going to get screwed over by New Orleans? Where are you, Saints? Number 9, Shadur Sanders. Ooh, okay, that's interesting. Squeegees. Henderson is too much like Swift, and then Illinois Jones 100. Is that on the Swift comment or just just in general? You know what? I see there are similarities to their game, but I mean, you're getting a guy that's someone who gets into the open field. He's gone, and the patience. I think that it's a little inconsistent, but I still see it in his game with better blocking from the Bears O-line. I think we'll be all right with Travion Henderson. This draft simulator doesn't take into account past picks, so the Saints could do anything. That's true. It's very, very true. All right. I think there's been more people advocating for Travion Henderson. We're going to go there. And for New Orleans, don't mess this up. Did they? Oh, no, he is there. Oh, man, I thought you took a Maxwell. Okay, sure. All right. We're getting Kenneth Grant here at 41. Let's freaking go. If Grant is there, 100. What edges? Okay, Paul, you know what? You've been commenting a lot here. I appreciate that. Let's look at the edges. Jordan Birch, Oladezio, Nick Scorton, Landon Jackson. Wait, we picked up 118? Is that where we picked up from Indianapolis? I don't even remember here. But yeah, guys, it has to be. Oh, JTT, I'm sorry, my guy. We just took you, so we can't do it again. Too repetitive. We have Kenneth Grant circled here. We're drafting Kenneth Grant. Bam. This is better than the last draft. Illinois Jones. Hey, we're making things happen, you guys. Let's freaking go. I'm probably gonna say that way too many times. And this lightning speed or fast speed. Holy crap. Sorry, we have 72 before we even get to whatever pick we picked up from the Indianapolis Colts here. But let's look at best available. You have Jaden Higgins, Iowa State. That could be in play here. TJ Sanders, we already got Kenneth Grant, so no. Jordan Birch is your next best available edge according to ESPN here. Ozzie Trapillo, offensive tackle, Boston College. We have, why am I blanking on, what the hell, what picks did we make already? I'm like blinking already. This is not good. Going all the way back here. We got Tyler Warren. Stupid. I'm talking to myself here. Okay, let's keep it going here. We have Nick Scorton, edge, Texas A&M. Wilson. I mean, I'm seeing a bunch of different names here. This is awesome. Birch, Jalen Noel. You picked 80 and 18. Oh, you picked 80. I picked 80 and 18. Jordan Birch fits perfectly into what Allen wants the end to be. Scorton. This is getting interesting here. Team picks. Oh, that's right, you guys. We have 72 and 8. I'm sorry. Jose, you were telling me this, and I'm like blinking. Well, if we got 72 and 80, I think what we're gonna do then is probably take your next available edge and Jordan Birch, and then see what defensive tackles we're gonna. Or no, I don't know. I mean, we could double down in that position. Man, we have a lot of options here, but I am liking Jordan Birch here from Oregon. I know Gordon has a round 1 grade too, and according to who you look at. All right, we're not gonna. Yeah, you know what? I'm gonna quickly reference a beast really quickly, you guys, just so we're all on the same, not on the same page, but I just want to quickly see how far ahead they have guys like that. Just looking down here, Nick Gordon, second round grade there, and then we were also contemplating Jordan Birch, who is ranked 10th with 2 spots ahead of Nick Gordon. So that gets interesting here. Birch then left tackle. Yeah, you know what? I think that's how we're gonna rank this here. Going here, Jordan Birch, edge 40 at 72 here. Now, what can we get at the offensive tackle spot? I know that's what people are maybe potentially looking at here. I'm not in love here. I'm not really not loving this, to be completely. And Ozzy, I'll be honest, like I haven't done not enough homework to give you a firm opinion. He's 7th, 3rd rounder. Dude is 6'8", 316. 3-year starter at Boston College. Trapillo locked down the right tackle spot in head coach Bill O'Brien's offense. And see, if you're not moving, if you're not going to move a guy like Darnell Wright, I don't know how much value, or like, are you predicting him to go to the other side? I don't think so. He could be a solid prospect, but where are you playing? Are you going to play him at right tackle and move Darnell Wright? Now this gets interesting. We have more picks obviously to make with these when we traded. Is anybody feeling a wide receiver here too? Jack Beck. We have our running back and Travion Henderson. Nick Gordon is still there. Do we just double dip at position? I mean, Ty Robinson, Terrence Ferguson. Can I sell anybody on a Terrence Ferguson for a tight end? Jalen Noel. I see that name. Jalen Lane. Is he still available here? Actually, go wide receiver. Jalen Lane. This, I can already tell you this for the audio listeners, is definitely not going to be the greatest episode for you. It's just something that you got to watch and be here for. So, apologize for that, but we're having this exercise. We're having fun here, and we're trying to make the Chicago Bears the greatest team on earth. But man, I mean, it's almost like I want to take Scorton here just because of value. But if there's enough people for Ozzy, I don't know how we're going to exactly. We have no backup right tackle on the roster. Do we check safety and linebacker? Okay, good points. Let's go check them. Jalen Reed from Penn State. Billy Bowman Jr., Jonas Sanker. My guy. My Andrew Makuba. Sebastian Castro. I think you can honestly get value at safety later. One more. Linebacker. Sorry, closed out there. Linebacker, Demetrius Knight Jr., Chris Paul Jr., Barrett Carter out of Clemson, Coney Simon. I remember looking up him for a little bit. Cody Lindenberg. So it's not, honestly, it's not very good depth there. Ozzy, the baller name. Illinois Jones, that might just be the reason why we take Ozzy here. No, we have CZ saying taking 2 edge rushers is hard when we already have Sweat, Odangbo, Birch, and Austin Booker. That's true. We have a bunch, but man, it's not the worst thing to have. I think here's probably we're gonna, again, you find ways of you find ways to make these players work. If the Bears are truly open to moving Darnell Wright, maybe this is how you get Ozzie on here. But if he's just depth, then we'll see how it plays out. But you're getting, I think, a good football player, especially when you're looking at guys like Dan Brugler ranking him as high as he is. So, all right, cornerback depth is relevant too. Paul, you've been making some really good points, and I feel like I'm almost ignoring that, and I don't know why, because you're making great points here. You definitely are. Quincy Riley out of Louisville, Jacob Parrish. It is a crowded room too. We're going to take Ozzie here. I wouldn't take Ozzie over Grant. Grant is left tackle. Let's go back to this. William and Mary. Really quickly referencing the beast, the Bible of NFL draft everything. I mean, he's literally ranked right under him too, you guys. Literally right under him. 6'5", 309, 5-year senior. Not a 5-year senior, but 5th year senior. Age 23, March 22nd, his birthday. Not locked down the left tackle position. Former offense coordinator Mario Excelli's creative zone running offense. Strength, fluid athlete with exceptional foot quickness and pass pro and run game. Easy redirects laterally. Grant's a left tackle guy. I mean, I just don't think the Bears are actually moving Darnell Wright from right to left. I don't. And if you want to put more guys at that spot to compete, maybe it's like, honestly, if you're not investing high draft capital, you're almost not doing a good service for the Bears in general, right? Where you're just putting a bunch of guys competing as opposed to one alpha person in the room, like if you would have addressed it with number 10 overall. So, it now just everything gets really interesting here. But you're swaying me here, though. The Hail Mary Sports YouTube channel is Ozzie in the top 15. That's top 15 players overall, not just offensive tackles. Karan and Braxton battle out and Pole signs of bet in the swing tackle. All right, guys, we got to make a decision here. So we are going to go, because enough people have advocated for it. We're going to Ozzie, and we're just drafting the player. Boom. And we'll be back on the board here to contemplate the next pick. We did it. Back to 117 here. Ooh, Gunnar Helm. Okay. Because we took so long in the last pick, I'm just going to make an executive decision here, unless there is someone that obviously we need to have. But I watched a little bit of Gunnar while I was just watching, who was it? Jaden Blue, the running back from Texas. I like him. I like him as a receiving, obviously a pass catching target, but curious to see where Dan Brugler has him. Okay, yeah, 3rd or 4th round, 7th ranked tight end here. We're going to go ahead and we'll look at the tight end position as well, but yeah, significantly higher than the next guy, Jackson, who ranked 14th on Dan Brugler. So we're going to go Gunnar Helm here and continue to add weapons. Oh, you know what? No, we're not. We took Tyler Warren, right? What am I thinking? Dude, I'm mixing up our mock drafts here. Damn, I would have taken him. Take 2, like the Atlanta Falcons in the previous mock draft we already did. So never mind, Gunnar. I would have taken you. Billy Bowman Jr. your next. Oh well, Jalen Reed is your safety, and then Billy Bowman Jr. is your next highest rated safeties here. You don't need him. Sorry guys. Like I completely forgot we took Tyler Warren. These mock drafts are honestly overlapping in my head right now. Ooh, Tyrion Ingram Dawkins. I do like him. Wide receiver. I saw someone was advocating for Chris Ball Jr. Interior O-line as well. Linebacker. Okay. Let me quickly do a little quick homework on Chris Paul Jr. just to kind of see what we're getting with him at this point in time. This would be pick 117. Chris Paul Jr. Ranked number 7th on Dane Brugler's linebacking prospects. They're the 4th rounder. 6 feet 4, 6'3", 40. Okay, not too bad here. Twitched up athlete who plays fast and physical, takes sharp, decisive angles. It doesn't play unsure of himself. That's good. His range to play outside the numbers and logos more steps than everyone else on the field. Green dot guy. Do you like the green dot guys? Doesn't always see blocks and peripherals. Lacks ideal length, mass, and growth. Okay. All right. I'm down with the Chris Paul. Well, let's add Chris Paul Jr. to the Chicago Bears at 117. Not gonna lie, I'm starving right now too. Should have ate before coming on here, but that's all right. We're going into round 5, 148. Jonas Sanker, anybody? Get a Upton Stout, West Kentucky. Let's see where he's ranked too, as we're looking at our safeties. Jonas Sanker. Where are you, dude? Number 6, a 3rd rounder. 4.48 40. Really quickly, we have Seth McLaughlin, center guard. Got a chance to talk to him at the NFL Scouting Combine. Super cerebral type of dude. So that always helps. Xavier Restrepo, the wide receiver. Ty Hamilton, defensive tackle, Ohio State. Cody Simon, also another linebacker. We're not taking any more linebackers. Okay. I think I like Jonas Sanker here as somebody that played free safety for, what was it, Virginia Tech? Virginia, sorry. Yeah, I take Sanker. Sanker, I barely. That's fine. Okay. Jonas, we're going to take him here at pick 148 in the 5th round. So then we got 2 more picks. This wasn't too brutal. I know we were kind of going back and forth on, what was that, pick 80 or something like that, where we're bouncing around. Eric, Paul would replace Sanborn as depth. Sanborn is gone. Dallas reuniting with Matt Eberflus. So he would just be the depth. Wouldn't even replace anybody. He's just there now. DeQuan Felton, wide receiver, Virginia Tech. Arian Smith, Georgia. I consider taking him there. Jack Nelson. It just sounds like an offensive tackle, doesn't it? Jack Nelson. Offensive tackle, Wisconsin. Yeah, fits perfectly. Offensive tackle, Wisconsin. I'm thinking of the Key and Peele skit. What was it? Like Ben Smith, BYU? I don't know. Jack Nelson just kind of fits the vibe there. I liked Marcus Yarn's Delaware running back. He was doing some good things out of at the Senior Bowl. CZ Poles better be watching this right now. I hope he's not. No, I'm just kidding. I mean, I guess he could. Sure, why not? See, no, that's not happening. Terrible. Whatever. What do we want to keep addressing here? Really quickly, I need to go see exactly. We've picked so many players at this point. Tyler Warren, Travion Henderson, Kenneth Grant, Jordan Birch, Ozzie Trapillo, Chris Paul Jr., Jonas Sanker, safety, linebacker, offensive tackle, edge, defensive tackle, running back, tight end. I would go like interior offensive line and another wide receiver over here. Got to do one where I take a wide receiver higher. Can't go wrong with a Big Ten line. You're right. You're right. Let's check out our guy. Where'd he go? Jack Nelson, offensive tackle. Another offensive tackle. See if he's even ranked or where he's at in Dane Brugler here. Jack Nelson, 17, 5th or 6th rounder. Good old Jack Nelson. I don't know why he's being a topic of conversation. Xavier Truss, actually. This is maybe more of a guy that would, I think, fit a little bit more of what the Bears are still potentially looking for. Center guard, guard center. Let's see if he has him here. I guess I could just look him up on Xavier Truss, the center guard out of Georgia. Offensive tackle, 21. Interesting. A 3-year starter at Georgia. Truss worked primarily at right tackle and offensive quarter Mike Bobo's multi-run scheme. Okay. Has started 42 games over his college career at both tackle and guard spots. To me, you have versatility. That is going to add value to yourself, especially this late in the draft. You can't go wrong. Wide receiver, special teams, maybe a speedy receiver. Garrett Dellinger, the safe offensive guard center out of LSU. Let's see that position real quick, you guys. Center guard. Oh, there he is. Where's Dane Brugler? Have him real quick, you guys. Yeah, at this point in the draft, we are the beast is definitely going to be the way to go. Guard 17. Lined up primarily at left guard. Inside-outside zone scheme. He worked himself starting role as a true freshman along with Will Campbell. Formed one of the best left sides of an offensive line in college football. 6'5", 320. Man, I like the size there, too. Okay. Hey, Eric Bochan. You got yourself a draft pick. Hell yeah, let's go. Let's get Garrett on this football team. And then we'll go to the best wide receivers and see what we can do. Oh, is it Daquan Felton? I mean, we brought up his name last time, but I don't, as to be completely honest, not really familiar with my guy, Daquan Felton. 6'5", 214. Already 24 years old. Exclusively an outside receiver in the offense there for Virginia Tech. Ran a 4.5. In terms of stats last year, 12 games played, 360 yards, 2 touchdowns. Not eye-popping things for sure. Not eye-popping, but did we take a safety? Yes, we did. We took a kid from Virginia. There's Jack Nelson again. He's just waiting to get picked by us. But I am feeling oh, well, no, we already took a tight end as well. So to end this, make sure we're not really just letting this show drag on because we're already an hour, 16 minutes in. Got to end it at some point. Sinker. Thank you, CZ. Sinker. Hardly knew her. Like you said, I think it was you that said that. We'll go Daquan Felton, get a big outside receiver. Don't have a lot of those on this Bears football team. And we'll call it, Nick Nash, Illinois Jones. Nick. As a Nick, I have to refer to just myself on this one. We're going to Daquan Felton. Drafting the player, ending the draft, and did we just, I don't know. Actually, we can debate, is this draft better than the last draft? So you have round 1, pick 14, Tyler Warren. Then you have Travion Henderson, round 2, pick 39, Ohio State running back. Round 2, pick 41, Kenneth Grant, the Michigan defensive tackle. Round 3, pick 72, Jordan Birch, Oregon edge rusher. Round 3, pick 80, Ozzie Trapillo, Boston College offensive tackle. Round 4, pick 117, Chris Paul Jr., Ole Miss. Round 5, pick 148, Jonas Sanker, Virginia safety. Round 7, pick 233, Garrett Dillinger, center/guard out of LSU. And then round 7, pick 240, Daquan Felton, wide receiver out of Virginia Tech. I'll definitely do probably the write-up article on the first one, but there it is. Let's actually stop sharing this. Stop the screen share. And get back on here. Broke a sweat here. Not every day that you rebuild the Chicago Bears in, a mock draft here, but fun exercise, you guys. And I appreciate everyone who came in, hung out, and, went through this entire exercise with me. You guys helped me make a lot of great picks here, but, this is it. I'm not doing any more mock drafts after this. Just did 2 of them today, really quickly. But tomorrow we'll get the real thing. No more mocks. You can do them the morning of course. You can even do them right before the first round, or even as teams are on the clock. But that's going to be it, you guys. Fun exercise. Appreciate everyone for coming in, hanging out. That's kind of the beauty of this platform that I'm doing. I want to get you guys involved and kind of work together or, debate amongst each other. And that's what's fun about this exercise and what we can continue to do here on this YouTube channel. But appreciate you guys as always. If you can, before you head out and go, to the rest, do whatever you're doing for the rest of your day, leave a comment, and also just share this YouTube channel with your fellow Bears fan. It'll help me out here just to continue to grow this YouTube channel. But was fun as always, but it won't be as fun as tomorrow night when we'll actually know who the Bears are selecting at 10, if they stay there or if they move off of it. We'll have to wait and see. And then day 2, I think, is even more exciting than day 1, to be completely honest, with picks 39 and 41. So fun exercise. I will see you guys all tomorrow. I don't know if I'm going to be doing a show in the morning, just transparent here, because obviously everything's happening at night, but we'll see what ends up happening with the Bears. I'll be at Hells Hall. Herb Howard and I from the Bigs will be doing some show content on the Bigs YouTube channel as well, and just some short form content, I'm sure, throughout the night. So should be fun. Looking forward to it. And let's see who the Bears draft at number 10 overall. But that's going to do it. Enjoy the rest of your Wednesday, and I'll see you guys all tomorrow. But until then, adios, Bears fans.
Bend over to your right. What the was that?
What's up, Bears fans? People want to hear me talk.